morning. It's time for Community Matters on Y101. Today's show is brought to you by these great sponsors: Appling Healthcare in Baxley, Vidalia Federal in Vidalia and Lyons, Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde, and by Todd Paget Housing Center in Claxton. Now let's talk about what's happening in our community with your host, Tony Doc Wardlaw.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to this edition of Community Matters. Today, my brothers and sisters, is June the 1st. Welcome to June.
Yes, sir.
And you're bringing it in right here on this morning, Wednesday morning. I'm your host, the Doc. And what a wonderful show to start out our month. We're starting it out with none other than the one and the only, the man himself, all the way from Vidalia, Georgia, the city manager, Mr. Nick Overstreet.
Well, good morning, Doc. Thank you for that intro. Wow, that was a little...
we do what we can, man.
A little big for me, but I do appreciate it, and am absolutely honored and grateful that you asked me to come on this morning. And we're starting June, and it's getting hotter. It's been hot, and I don't see any sign of let up. And
right.
It's been a good spring, and let's keep going.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. As long as you keep our water on.
That's right. Hey, you're exactly right.
Well, listen, this is your first time here at Y101. How does it feel, man?
I'm good. I feel great. I mean, it's it's a good morning. It's beautiful outside.
Beautiful.
And, comfortable, good, and ready to talk about some things we've got going on, and really looking forward to it.
Well, we'll jump right into it. I mean, it's June. Schools, most of our schools in our area have all let out. People have graduated, and
congratulations to them.
Amen. Yep. So we're looking for a lot of traffic during the summer coming through our city?
Yeah, one of the ways that we create that, and we've already done some of that, is we, through our recreation department there in Vidalia, and also in Lyons in their tournament, got a lot of recreation baseball, softball that comes to town, and we're grateful to be able to host the 10U boys and girls district baseball and softball tournaments this summer, and we'll have camps and all kind of stuff. I know that even my two boys, they're participating in the Power Theater camp, and they're participating in the VHS tennis camp this summer. And so our organizations around town are really doing a good job of kids, keeping kids involved, and just getting them to come out, and also at the same time in the recreation department's kind of wheelhouse, getting these tournaments and getting people from out of town to come here and spend their money.
That's what we want.
That's exactly right.
Well, let me ask you this. We're talking about the rec departments. I know we've made some improvements in Lyons through the Parton Parks and their recs department. How are we doing on the, is it the Ezra Taylor complex? Or?
So right now we are working on some things to maybe get that moving in the right direction. I know lately we've been working on our neighborhood parks. We've got 5 or 6 of them, and we've been improving the playground equipment and all that. So it's been a little bit of a focus there for us. And but I would say hang tight on Ezra Taylor.
All right.
So we're doing a little bit of planning. So and I'm glad to be able to say that. So it's coming. But with that improvement comes cost, financial responsibility, and things like that. And of course, we want to be fiscally responsible to see what we can get, and in the way of grants and things like that. So we're just kind of planning and taking a look at every single opportunity, because as you probably know, there's money out there right now. And, so we're taking a look at every single opportunity we can to, assist us with some funding so that, we can get some things done and not be a burden on our local citizens.
That's good. That's good. Well, if you can share with us, are there any priorities of I guess, focus? Any priorities of focus in terms of the rec department in particular, or let me just say in general, not just the rec department? Any priorities of focus overall out of your office?
Well, I think there's quite a few, honestly. One of the things we're working on right now, Doc, is we're really in the middle of it. We started probably around the 1st of February, and that is a development of our annex in an area that had been undeveloped for years. We have developed it. It's not done yet. It's on schedule, though, to move City Hall down to the annex.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So we're doing that. The one thing that I would point out, and the reason why I consider that a focus, is functionability and also security for our employees and
Absolutely.
all. We're hearing all kind of stuff every day. You see the news just like I do, Doc, and God bless this unfortunate. You know, we have a job, we have a duty to protect our employees, and and our citizens for that matter. And so we're that's a priority for us. We're going to be finishing that up probably mid-July. So about a month and a half left. It's looking really good. Everything's going well with it. And then one of the other things we're focused on is kind of really making some improvements in downtown still. You know, it started several years ago with the Powell Theater, and then now, you know, we in April we demoed the old Econo Inn.
You raised it. It's down on the ground.
Oh, Lord help. That thing of beauty, let me tell you. I tell you. But it ain't there anymore. But we're doing things like that to invest in our downtown so that we can grow it. I know there's also a couple other projects in our downtown going on right now at the corner of Church and 280 West. I mean, they're redoing the outside of that building and taking down the cover they had on it, and they're kind of taking it back to the originality, which I think is phenomenal. And so it's little things like that. I know even on East Meadows, the one-way street there in our downtown, there's several of those shops that have just came on board, and you know, I'll give an example. Rural Roots, you know, they've came on board. I've noticed that they've been participating in things around the community, you know, to support the community and all. And then you've got 2 or 3 other shops there that they're going to continue, you know, to grow. And once everybody continues to, you know, or once everybody learns about them and knows what they do and that kind of thing, heck, I think it'll just, you know, make it even better and grow. And so really investing in our downtown, that's another big thing for us. You probably, Doc, seen some roads around town being redone.
We have. Thank you.
We've been working on that. We've been working on, and we're not quite done yet with those.
I'll give you a list of streets before you leave.
Hey, I get them often.
I'm sure you do.
But we're working on those, and you know, some railroad crossings. We just redone Morris and North College. They were rough. We know there's a couple more. And actually, you know, we partnered with the railroad to get those done. So, so that was a good partnership. I know that, matter of fact, next week they're doing another one. So, so you know, it's a combination of a lot of different things, working within ourselves to make things better for everybody, you know, that's in our city and all. But I'll tell you this too. It's also a combination of working with our other local governments in our county to make things happen, because
I was going to ask you about that. You know, we had the city manager for Lions here. Jason Hall, and he was talking about some of the projects that they have, and they really connect with the projects that you have.
Well, they do, Doc, and one of the main things that I want to say thank you for to anybody who's listening is the passage of the T-Splosh vote.
Okay.
The impact that will have is tremendous.
Yeah.
Jason may have hinted this to you. I'm not sure. I didn't get an opportunity to hear him when he came on the show, but one of the very first projects we're going to do is a project between us, Lyons, and the county.
That's right.
And it starts there on 292 there at Parker's, and it goes all the way
to Vidalia.
Yeah, it does. And even for our school system there in Vidalia, one of the main things that we see as a traffic congestion problem is 292, 297.
That's right.
So you've got high school, JD, and Trip kind of all meeting right there.
Right there.
Yeah, and so we're going to be putting in some turning lanes.
Yes.
And so we're...
Any idea of the time frame of when that could start now that we've, been given the passage of the T-Splosh?
Yeah, and so when that, I'm going to throw out a year. I am not guaranteeing anything, so my signature will not go on this year. But I'm guessing probably 24.
So we keep pinning you down. Huh?
No, not on that one. You can't. I'm sorry, but not on that one. That's that's one that we as local government officials do not actually. We put it as a top priority, so it comes out of the gate first on the next band. But the state...
It's a regional...
That's right. That's exactly right.
We had our man John Kuhn on, who is the chairman of the chamber. Yep. And he talked about how it's a regional effort, and there's a regional committee that talks about the prioritization of those funds. Yep. But at least you all are advocating for us.
That's right. And so that'll be a big project out of the gate. And then we've got, and that also includes, just in case somebody did not know, that includes 4-lane and 292.
That's right.
Which we hope creates a lot more commercial and retail development. So anytime you widen those roads and encourage traffic, that tends to bring folks.
Yeah, and it builds the synergy between, among our community.
That's right.
It makes you wonder if consolidation is going to be happening at some point.
Well, I hear that from time to time, too.
I try to reel you right on in there.
I hear that from time to time, too. Now, I think, the main thing out of that is, it really... it really benefits all of our local governments.
That's right.
And our citizens. And that's where it all stops, is our citizens. That's who we're here for.
Excellent.
We can plan and we can do this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, how's it going to affect our citizens? Yeah, we're going to have bumps and bruises from construction. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
But if we're looking to grow as a community and be a shining star, which I think we already are, but we're just going to shine that light brighter.
That's right.
We've got to continue to plan. We've got to continue to get ourselves in a position where we grow our community.
Yeah.
And, the bottom line is, for everything, how is it going to benefit? And this is kind of a thing for me. This is one of my little things, I guess. I don't even know what I call it, but how is it going to benefit the greater good?
That's good.
And, the more impact that we can have through a project or whatnot, the better.
And it doesn't look like we're backing down anytime soon in terms of our growth and in terms of the people who are coming to our community. All you got to do is just go back a month or so at the Sweet Onion Festival.
That's right.
And we had record numbers.
That's right. Our community it continues, again, as I said a minute ago, continues to shine, continues to really put its best foot forward. And when I say our community, let me be clear about that, if you don't mind, Doc.
Yeah.
I mean Vidalia, Lyons, and Toombs County.
Good.
I mean all of us. All three of us. I've seen where where that didn't necessarily work.
Where you've got two municipalities and a county government,
right.
and all of them are doing or dancing to a different tune.
That's right. But at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if we don't hear each other's tune in the background,
Mm-hmm.
even though we're on our own, kind of playing our own music,
Yeah.
if we don't at least keep that tune in the background,
Mm-hmm.
we can really get off the tracks really quickly.
Very much.
And so, you know, even though I know that, you know, today when I walk in the office,
Mm-hmm.
I've got to do X, Y, and Z for Vidalia, you know, you still have to be cognizant and aware of what all is going on around you.
How often do the three of you talk and get together?
So, man, for a while, Doc, honestly, Jason, John, and I were meeting every single month.
That's excellent.
You know, over lunch. First, I think it was the first Thursday of every month. And then our friend, not friend at all.
Of our friend, not friend.
The C word, COVID,
Yeah.
hit. And we decided for ourselves and our staffs that we probably would need to discontinue that. And we did. However,
Okay.
we're moving on now. So
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
that's right. John sent an email to Jason and I yesterday, and we're fixing to get the band fired back up. So I
The
don't
boys
know.
are back in town.
Yeah, that's right. We I don't know that I'll be doing the singing or, matter of fact, playing any kind of instrument. But
But at least you can be toting the instrument.
that's right. I can at least do that, you know. But with all that being said, you know, we're going to start back meeting once a month, and
That's good.
And it just gives us that opportunity to say, hey, Nick, you know, or hey, John, or hey, Jason, we got this going on coming up. You know, it's not really it's something we're planning. It's not really for sure yet, but
But it gives the three of you an opportunity to come together.
That's right.
And we're better together.
that's right. And you're exactly right. And so he may say, look, we're planning to do this. Don't know 100% for sure if we're doing this, but I need you to keep it in the back of your mind.
That's good.
Or, you know, hey, this is happening. You know, I know that we've got X in a certain geographical spot.
See that?
I know that you do as well.
Look at that, man.
How can we work together to make this thing smooth?
So you're not double working.
That's right.
That's good.
And at the end of the day, even
Saving
though
us all money.
nail on the head,
Come
nail
on
on the
with
head, nail on the head. If we work together and do it right the first time and plan before,
Right. You save all
the
of
dividends.
us dearly. That's
the
good.
dividends are huge. You know, I come from a planning background. That's kind of where I got my whole government start. And,
Okay.
you know, it's about planning. It's about being efficient and knowing what you want to do as a local government, and then also how what you do affects the other local governments, and planning smartly.
Good.
Smart growth.
Good. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking with the one and the only Mr. Nick Overstreet, the city manager for Vidalia, Georgia. You're right here on Community Matters, and we're going to take a break.
Great.
And
Okay.
when we come back, Nick, we want to talk about your background a little more, and the city structure there in Vidalia. So we'll do that right after these messages.
The picture of health, the picture of health.
Would you like to improve your energy? How about getting better sleep? It can start with a simple test. Find out how you can start feeling better with bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. Schedule an appointment with Matt Hodges, family nurse practitioner, Appling Healthcare certified biotech provider. The biotech method of pellet therapy can improve your energy, sleep, weight, and libido. Call 912-367-4122 and start feeling better today.
Are you tired of your home loan being sold at countless times to another bank in the secondary market? Here at Vidalia Federal, we are your local bank that holds your mortgage for the entire life of the loan. No more letters in the mail saying your mortgage has been sold. And did you hear? We just dropped our interest rates. This is Julia McKenzie with Vidalia Federal Savings Bank. Call me at 912-537-8805 or come see me at our Vidalia branch and let me help you with your next purchase or refinance. It would be my pleasure to serve you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde, we're here to serve our community by providing all your transport needs. We offer non-emergent, non-medical transport by stretchers, wheelchairs, and ambulatory vehicles. We can transport to medical offices, dental facilities, vision, pharmacies, family events, and now we can transport your pets to the vet. We offer private pay, so for a ride above the rest, call Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde at 912-594-1812.
Spring has sprung in South Georgia. This is Anthony J. with Todd Patchett Housing Center, and we're inviting you to come visit our spring selections. While all the other dealerships are bare like trees in winter, we've got a variety of homes blossoming in our Super Sale Center. We've got a bouquet of single and double wides of all square foot sizes. So don't let your dream of home ownership harden. Come pick out your new home today and plant it on your special piece of garden. We're right off of Highway 280 in Claxton. Todd Patchett Housing Center, packing the homes deep so you can have your own place to sleep.
Welcome back to Community Matters. I'm your host, the Doc, and we've been talking with our city manager of Vidalia, Georgia, Mr. Nick Overstreet. And Nick, we've got a lot going on this summer.
Yes, sir.
But I want to just tell the people a little bit about you. You know, some people have heard the name. But they have not seen the face and they do not know the man, the myth, and the legend.
Oh man, come on now.
So you come by way of all the way from Baxley, Georgia.
Yes, I do. That's where I grew up. That's my home.
You finally came. Well, let me just say this. Shouts out to our listeners over in the Baxley area.
Yeah, I grew up there, and you know, a lot of you're not from Macon. You're not from Atlanta. You're not from, no. I'm from right across the river. Even though they say it's the bad side of the river, the folks do sometimes. But no, just right across the river. And matter of fact, my dad, he retired from Plant Hatch and worked out there for 26 years, I believe. And he actually here's the funny thing about it. So a lot of folks that I deal with, work with, a lot of our citizens worked out there as well.
Okay.
And so when they see my last name, they're like, they inquire, you know, about, you know, did I know an Overstreet that worked at Plant Hatch? And I'm like, yeah, I do.
I think I do.
I do. And
if it's good, I do.
That's right. And so it ends up, a lot of them know my dad.
That's good.
And it kind of creates that connection. And I like it. I mean, it works. And so that's where I grew up and lived there until I went to school. And
left there and went to, you said Valdosta?
Yes, sir. I went to Valdosta State and got my bachelor's and master's degree from there. And I love that school. That school, and I know I'm getting a little off topic, but that school done so much for me. And you know, now I serve on the alumni board of VSU, and just so grateful. I want to give back to it, and just so grateful for my time there and the opportunity I had to learn and learn from some really, really strong government and you know, professors. So
and you brought all of that wealth of knowledge back to, first you went back to was it Baxley?
Yes, sir, I did. I went back to Baxley and worked at the regional commission there in Baxley, and then stayed there for right at 5 years and left there and went to LaGrange, city of LaGrange.
Wow, Troup County.
That's right, yep. And so I stayed there. I planned to stay there longer, but an opportunity came up. My wife, Jennifer, is from Alma, so an opportunity came up for their city manager position, and I applied and got the position. And so we moved about a year and a half later to Alma, and stayed there for 7.5 years, and then this opportunity came open, and I applied for it, and was fortunate and blessed enough to get it.
Look at that, man.
Yep.
And you've been here now for almost 6.5 years?
That's right, yes, sir.
Almost 7.
That's right. Yep. It'll be 7 before we know it, right?
Year of completion.
That's right.
You're not going to leave us, are you?
No, I like it here. My wife and I, our boys, a little bit more about us. Our boys attend Sally Meadows, and
Okay.
we have twin 10-year-olds.
Wow.
Oh yeah, wow. Oh, they're firecrackers. We never set an alarm. We don't have to do any of that. They
handle it all. They
handle
take care of it all.
They do, and they're up pretty much every morning about 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Even now?
Oh, yeah.
Even out of school?
Oh, yeah.
They are just ready.
They're ready
firecrackers. Where did they get that from?
Their dad.
What's one?
Their dad.
Boy.
So, but yeah,
man.
They like it here, and they really enjoy their friends here, and we enjoy this community.
That's good.
I mean, it's just being honest. I'm gonna be really honest right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard for managers to adapt to, and I say managers. I mean, even folks in just any profession to adapt to a new community, and get acquainted with everyone and all that. And we've done that. There's still a lot of people I've never met, and I want to meet them. I want to know who they are. I want to know them by their name. One of my big things with our employees is I require a meeting with every single potential hire.
That's good.
And it's after our department heads have recommended someone for hiring, because I want them to know my name and face.
Okay.
And I want to know theirs.
That's good.
And it's one of them things that I pride myself on a little bit, because when I talk to them, because there's a series of things we discuss, but when I talk to them, I let them know that when you see me, Walmart, and I don't mean to point out any particular business, but wherever around
it
town,
might be,
or at work,
you're approachable.
Hey Nick, how you doing?
That's good.
Hey so and so, how you doing?
That's good.
And that's what I'm about. I mean, it's really a drive for me that our employees know that. And so, with all that being said, I mean, we've gotten adjusted. Of course, there's still a lot of people to meet, like I said, and want to really do that. And our boys love it here. We love it here. My wife, she's a school nurse at Dickerson.
Okay, excellent.
And she worked at Meadows for a little while, but she loves kids.
That's good.
And she likes taking care of her babies.
That's good.
And so she absolutely loves it there. And
excellent.
She, excuse me. She just likes it there. And so I don't know.
But you are, you're in high demand.
Right.
You're in high demand. In the Vidalia office and the municipality is a strong management system,
right?
Where basically it's our city manager who manages the day-to-day operations.
Correct.
And what all departments do you oversee?
Okay. So we've got. Let me go around my thing that I think of.
Well, we talked about the rec department,
right? Of course, our fire department, led by Chief Brian Sykes.
All right.
And then we've got our Downtown Vidalia Association, which is led by Tanya
Parker.
Yep.
I'm gonna close with something there. Just kind of. I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
And then we got Miss Alexa Britton, who runs our Convention Visitors Bureau.
Okay.
And then we've got Sean Oliver, who handles our code enforcement. Tony Hall, who is not technically an employee of the city of Vidalia, but because we contracted with ESG to do public works, but it's like he is. And then, of course, as I mentioned earlier, recreation with Scott Strickland.
Got it.
And then Chief James Sherman with our police department, and trying to think, and Billy Reagan, our airport manager. So
wow.
So we've got a wide variety of things going on.
My goodness.
Yeah, so it's good. We stay busy.
Yeah. I
We
see.
do.
So you answer to the city council
That's right. Yes, sir.
and the mayor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's right.
And we've had Mayor Roper here, and I'll just say he had nothing but good things to say. I don't know if you paid him.
I didn't, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good thing. So I'm glad to hear that.
Boy. So how often does the city council meet?
We meet once a month. It's the second Monday of every month at 6 p.m.
And that's open to the public.
Amen. Yes, it is.
And
And
you
we
have a work
encourage the public
session
to
as
come.
well?
We do at 5:30, and we just, go through the agenda, talk about what's on the agenda, and then we do everything officially, because we don't vote in the work session, but do everything officially at our 6 o'clock meeting.
And you encourage the
Yes.
citizens to come
Everybody,
out.
anybody, please come.
So you got an open door policy. You have
Very much.
It's you have access. The city has access. The citizens have access to their civic leaders.
That's exactly right.
Good.
Amen, they do.
Excellent. Well, this has been great. We thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
I've got to close out with something. We had Tanya Parker, Downtown Vidalia Association, on a few weeks ago.
Right.
And she and I, in the course of our discussion, we talked about something, and I said, well, the old Nixter is supposed to be here, and I'm going to throw this out to him.
All right.
We talked about the park. In fact, it was just named, the
Right.
downtown park was just named for our beloved past mayor,
That's right.
Mayor Dixon.
Right.
And, she was saying it sure would be nice if we could have some restrooms out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
No, don't fiddle around with us
no,
there, Nikki.
I'm not going to. There's some in City Hall there, and then we're going to see what happens next door before we
Okay.
step into that arena. And then maybe,
Oh, boy, true politicians ask.
well, I'll say this. When what may happen next door, we'll see if we can't tie it together.
Okay, then.
How about that?
That sounds good.
And it goes back to one thing I mentioned earlier, Doc, and that's planning.
Good.
Let's plan it right. Let's get it right.
Make sure it's right.
May take a little bit longer, unfortunately. Let's get it right. Let's plan it right, and then make it happen once.
Yeah.
And not multiple
Good.
people doing different things and costing more money.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you for
sir.
that. And thank you for sharing. And thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you.
This is Mr. Nick Overstreet. He's our city manager now for almost 7 years, doing great work, brought us through and bringing us through the pandemic and the COVID years, and just good things are happening. It's a time in our community where everything is feeling good,
Yes.
and so we appreciate the work that all of our leaders do, and thank you.
Well, I appreciate all of our. I'll say this, and this will be. I'll hush. I know I've talked too much already.
No,
but,
you're good.
I appreciate our mayor and our council, our department heads, and every single one of our staff.
Excellent.
Because if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be happening.
Good.
And I'm so grateful for them, and I don't tell them enough. And if it weren't for them, you wouldn't see near what you see
Good.
out of the city of Vidalia. So all of y'all, if y'all are listening or y'all listen to the recording, thank y'all. I mean, I really appreciate it. And they each one have a purpose
That's
and
good.
a special talent
Excellent.
that makes that wheel turn.
Good.
And I'm so grateful for it.
Excellent. Thank you. This has been Mr. Nick Overstreet. He's a city manager for Vidalia, Georgia. What a wonderful interview. And thank you again, sir, for your time.
Thank you for
Ladies and
allowing me.
gentlemen, thank you so much for traveling with us today. This has been Community Matters. As always, we thank our producer, none other than Mr. Dave Allen, and also Miss Dorothy Davis, who records and puts everything up on our Facebook and also on our webpage. Please visit our website, tcbbroadcasting.com. You can listen back to this show and share it with others. Also, I'm your host, the Doc. Always, I thank you for traveling with us. Have a beautiful, blessed month, and come back again on next Wednesday, same place, same time, and we'll do this all over again. God bless you, and have a good day.
You've been listening to Community Matters, a service of TCV Broadcasting. Today's show was brought to you by Todd Paget Housing Center in Claxton, Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde, Vidalia Federal in Vidalia and Lyons, and by Appling Healthcare in Baxley. Tune in next week at 8:15 during Y101's live morning show for another special guest. We'll talk about what's happening right here in our hometown. Community Matters is a service of TCV Broadcasting on Country Legends Y101 The Fox.